Hey everyone, my name is Themis Gkyzis, and this is my deck profile for the Greek Nationals 2025, which I got top 8 at, playing Mitsurugi with Fiendsmith, and also my first profile in the United Gkyzis YouTube channel, which I'm very happy about joining this team, and which actually is a great segment for the first part of the video for the shoutouts, because the shoutouts should be first before doing the profile. And of course, biggest shout out to United Gkyzis, my team. Working with all these amazing guys helped me a lot on understanding the format, how it would evolve, and making my deck choice. And of course, Card Market, our sponsor, which everyone knows Card Market is like the biggest marketplace for card games in Europe. But other than that, I want to also shout out my testing partner and best guy, Stavros Vitsatos. We were working a lot for this event for like some weeks now. And also Jack Verna, who helped me a lot with how his understanding on Mitsurugi works out. And I would also suggest to the guys, if you want to check him out, he's also offering coaching, as we are offering as well, so you could contact him on Twitter. What I wanted to say is that I was playing Malice pretty much since their release, and I switched to Mitsurugi 5 days before the event, and there's no way that I would be able to have done this without having people helping me out. And if you want to learn more about how Malice actually works, moving in the format, because it's a very special deck, I would strongly suggest to check our MetaFi, because we have a masterclass on it. But yeah, let's go to the profile. So I played Mitsurugi with Fiendsmith as well, and these were my main rituals. Pretty much the plan was always to have a ritual master in my hand, along with a fusion, with a ritual spell, sorry, in order to play around draws. So it will be pretty much, my first play would be something that would be drawed, and then I would be able to still do like a Murakumo or a Habakiri from my hand, and send any of these guys, most likely these two guys, under draw, so that I would be able to access my Fiendsmith engine. And as you will notice, of course, it's one of this guy, which is mainly because I played 3 of these. I wanted these in my deck or hand in order to use them for the ritual summon, and since prayers is used only in the draw phase, it doesn't make sense to use it in any other place when you are starting. I want my normal summon to be something that would fix my hands. And the other monsters from the engine were these two, which were the only Fiendsmith cards that I played. Simply because I didn't want to be forced to do like an engraver and give them a draw. If I would get a sacked and then they would draw, I would not be able to access my searches for the Mitsurugi engine. So I wanted this in my deck only when I would be able to combo without them having full-allos. And of course, if they had draw, then this engine was amazing. 3 spells and 3 prayers. Of course, the 3 ritual spells, because it's a ritual deck. I wanted to have as much consistency as possible. These were for consistency reasons. They were not that great overall, but they are 1-card starters. Of course, they have issues versus troll, but still they're pretty good. This actually came up way too much. I was searching this hell a lot. Yeah, and the last engine was Purification, great card. People should remember that its second effect, the graveyard effect, is extremely relevant. And this is actually a very high engine count, and I'm playing, of course, multiple non-engines, but the entire deck is designed around playing these cards, which were the most defining formal cards, and the reason why playing Mitsurugi with Fiendsmith is way better than having access to Ryzel, because Ryzel loses to any of these cards if they resolve when facing a strong engine deck such as Mitsurugi. So I wanted to, if my opponent would hit me with any of these, to be able to to still play my deck and not be locked in just doing a detonator and passing. And the plan was against the Rysel decks to use any of these, and because my engine would be very strong to just end them. I OTK'd quite some times after they did the detonator pass, and I was able to OTK them even if they had roll. Sorry, some technical difficulties. And yeah, that's pretty much it for these 9 cards, and the most format defining cards at the moment. This pretty much was an engine card, because my plan was always to to go for Gallant on my combo and then Nibiru if they hadn't drawn or forward me. And it's not that great in the format, but when going first, it's great to add it with Gallant. These were just placeholders. As a second line of defense, they were not like amazing, but for nationals, they're pretty fine to have them in your deck. And these were the last choices. It was pretty much a gamble that I was expecting the most played deck to be Rysel Mitsurugi, so I wanted to have an extra win con to increase my win ratio against them. Of course, against that deck and Malice, it's great. Against the rest of the decks, not at all. My extra deck. So these are the main Link monsters. This comes up mostly in the mirror in order to force them to get a Murakumo and force the prayers out of them. Amazing card, pretty much. And if they would stop my Fiendsmith engine, I would always have access to going IP and Futso and pass on that, so I would have access to my entire engine on their turn. This was great in testing. It came up like once in the tournament. The plan was that with Metatronus I would have immediate access to the Fiendsmith engine if they didn't have dual drive on the field, but also in the mirror, if I would pass with IP and then they would start playing, I would do IP and link into Goddess, and I would have access to stopping the prayers in the graveyard. And then the Fiendsmith engine, and of course this guy. It's Fiendsmith. It's like every Fiendsmith deck. So this was the MVP. I would say from the X deck. I summoned it every match, just to get Nibiru, to force them to Nibiru me. There's no way you can cut this. Metatronus target, and this was the flex spot. Actually, the flex spots, to be honest, are these. I think this comes up a lot in the support in the X deck, but it's mostly these two. And my side deck was designed to complement the rest of the main deck. Of course, this side. So it's a 12 card side deck. Because of siding patterns, I wanted to have more cards from Alice and also some for Memento. And these were my go first cards, because I had to side out the Macharmis and the Metatronus. So if Metatronus were not in the main, then this would be in the main. But then my siding patterns would not work that great, and of course my win ratio versus the Rysel variants would drop. And I would say the best cards in my side deck, I would for sure play 3 of these. But the reason why I didn't play 3 of these were in matchups such as against, let's say, Malice. I would have these cards that would force them to turn skip, and I would draw more cards pretty much. So I didn't want to clog on multiples. That's why these are 2 and 2, because they pair well with Macharmis, and didn't want to clog on many of these. Moving forward, I'm not that happy with these, with the Solemn cards, because of Lightning Storms, but they are solid picks no matter what, and because Malice is not that great in the format, and it's a very positive matchup for this deck, then it's acceptable to cut this for other cards, of course for the second Lightning Storm. And I strongly believe that I have the best deck in the room. To be honest, the only reason why things end up the way they did is that because I messed up in the top 8 match. And on Swiss I went 8-1. My only loss was little in game 3. I just bricked. So I faced 5 Ryzen decks and beat 4 of them. The loss was the one that I bricked. And moving forward with the deck, with the format, pretty much shaping it to Ryzen Mitsurugi variants being the deck to beat. I think this is an amazing choice. And if you have more questions and you want to reach out, feel free to subscribe to through MetaFi on the United Gkyzis Discord server, and I would be more than glad to answer any questions there or help you out with your preparation. And yeah, that's pretty much it.